Action.
What's up, Penguins?
We hope you had an awesome summer, but we are so excited that we have you back at Old Post Road Elementary. We have our PE teachers out on our playground. I am Mr. Ruse.
Mrs. Moretz.
We're here to talk about some playground safety, what to do, what not to do, and how to have a lot of fun while being safe.
Yes.
Some of our fun spots around the playground, we have tons of them. One of our popular ones is our slides. Biggest thing about our slides is we go down the slides. We do not come up the slides. A couple reasons why. I'm sure there are going to be people waiting. If they're waiting and you're taking up their time, we're not going to be happy, okay? We're going to run into some issues, and it's also a safety issue because if someone isn't looking, they go down, you go up, we're not going to be happy and we're not going to be safe. Something else about the slide to make sure is to check out that there's nothing blocking it. There's nothing unsafe on the slide. Right now I see some water at the bottom, so I'm not going to go on the slide. I'm going to wait until that dries, or I would get something to wipe it up before I do. Always make sure the equipment is safe before we use it.
Up next, we have the monkey bars. Over here at the monkey bars, there are going to be more than one person waiting in a line, most likely, and the line starts right here on the playground. Make sure you are waiting your turn and you are not cutting in line. I know it is super exciting to get on the monkey bars, but we have to make sure we're waiting our turn. When you're on the monkey bars, you are going all the way to the end. Once you get to the end, you're stopping. You're not going back where you started. Then, once you are to the end, you can go back around and take another turn.
Right next to the monkey bars, we have these two fun bars to hang from. When we are hanging from these bars, we are using our hands and our head should be above our feet, all right? We don't want to wrap our legs around these poles because if we slip off and our head's close to the ground, we're going to hit our head and we could hurt ourselves. So, if you want to hold onto these bars, make sure you're holding the bar with two hands facing forward, your feet underneath your head.
Over here we have the swings. When we're on the swings, we want to make sure we are not jumping off as we are swinging. I know that we like to go super, super high. I like to go super high when I'm on the swings as well, but make sure you come to a full stop before you get off the swing. You don't want to jump off and possibly land on someone, or you don't want to jump off and fall and hurt yourself. When you're swinging, make sure that if somebody's on the equipment, you are not walking in front of them because that is how you can get kicked.
Just past our swings, we have the main playground. A couple ways to get up top. We have a ladder right here. One thing that we're gonna look for and make sure we're doing is going up the ladder, not down the ladder. How we know we're going up this ladder is because there are two handles on the side. We use every step when we go up the ladder. Make sure we're pulling onto the handles the whole way and grab onto this bar when we are at the top. There are some other ways we can get down as well. Right over here, we have the fireman pole. You're gonna come down the fireman pole, not up the fireman pole, and make sure you have two hands on it. You're gonna wrap both legs around and slide all the way down with 2 feet on the ground before you walk away.
As you make your way over here, we have our rock wall. The rock wall is super, super fun, but it is super dangerous also. We want to make sure when we are on the rock wall, we are only going up the rock wall, not down the rock wall. If we are going down, we could possibly slip off and fall and hurt ourselves, which is why we want to make sure we are only going up. And once we are up, you can go all the way around to go back down, or you can take one of our slides to go down.
Underneath the rock wall, we have a fun spot where we can chill, gather some shade. If you want to go in, just make sure you say something before you go in there. We don't want to bump heads with anyone underneath. And the same thing for when we are crawling the little under spot. Similar to the other fireman's pole, we have one that's twist over here.
For this one, you can sit on it and twist down the pole just like this. This is the best way to use it. Make sure your hands are on it at all times so you do not fall off.
And one thing you notice about Miss Moretz and Mr. Cruz when we're moving around the playground is we are walking from one spot to the other. When we're on the mulch, we are walking. If you want to play on our grass area, feel free to run around, jog around, make sure we're looking where we're going. But as long as your feet are on the mulch, we are going nice and slow, making sure we don't bump into anyone.
And when we are on the mulch, like Mr. Cruz was saying, we are not touching the mulch, we are leaving the mulch exactly where it is. If we start to pick up and play with the mulch, that is how you can get splinters, that's how you can get mulch and dirt in your eyes, and we do not want that. So make sure you're leaving the mulch on the ground where it is.
Just like Ms. Moretz said, with the mulch, sometimes you come out here and you have some friends from earlier recesses that might leave some stuff out there as well. If you see something out there, leave it there, all right? It's not yours. We're not gonna bring it back inside. We wouldn't want anyone else to take our stuff. So if you see something on the ground, keep it there, just like Miss Moretz said with the mulch. And before we even come out to the playground for free play, we gotta make sure we're all wearing one thing: sneakers. Both PE teachers right now got our sneakers on. We're nice and safe so we can have some fun. If you have open-toed shoes, that includes Crocs sometimes. We might have to come up with some other activities for you to do, not on the playground. We hope you have a super fun school year. We're excited to have